Senator Hall. Item 7.
SB 232.
SB 232.
Yes. Thank you, Madam Chair and members. SB 232 would allow a state-appointed trustee or administrator of a school district in receivership to request the advice and assistance of the California Collaborative for Educational Excellence. The collaborative was created in 2013 to assist school districts transitioning to the new local control funding formula. Under the new LCFF system, school districts have more authority than before to decide how to spend their money, but they also face new obligations to show that their spending has improved student performance. This bill provides all school districts with a clear path to access the collaborative and is an important tool for school districts under state receivership to advance the successful implementation of recent K-12 educational reforms. While SB 232 provides all school districts with access to the collaborative, it is especially important for Inglewood Unified, which is in my Senate district and has been under state receivership since 2012. I respectfully ask for your aye vote, and we have witnesses here to testify in favor and in support of the bill.
Okay, in support of the bill.
Erica Hoffman on behalf of the California School Boards Association. I apologize we were not able to get a letter into committee in time, but we are very supportive of this. We do believe that giving the superintendent specific access to call in the collaborative will greatly help those school districts that unfortunately have gone over to the side of receivership. We also believe that will help provide direction to the administrators and to the school board who still at some point in time will be taking back the school district. So we thank you and urge your aye vote.
Okay, others in support.
Good morning, Madam Chair and Senators. Pamela Gibbs, representing the Los Angeles County Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Arturo Delgado. We are in strong support of the measure. We think it's a no-nonsense approach, very common sense approach, and for those reasons, we urge your strong support.
Okay, thank you.
Debbie Look on behalf of State Superintendent of Public Instruction Tom Torlakson in support. We believe it's important to clarify that this opportunity for assistance is open to struggling school districts and urge your aye vote.
Okay, thank you very much. Any others in support? Is there any opposition to the bill? Seeing none, are there questions from members? I have a question.
Yes.
Since 2012, Inglewood has had issues. You've had 3 different administrators, and what's going on today?
Well, thank you for asking. I've had several conversations with the Superintendent of Public Instruction, Tom Torlakson, along with Autumn Burke, who also oversees a certain area of that district, discussing the challenges of the district. We are very concerned that the district is not moving at a pace, in our opinion, that is advantageous to the community. The facilities are in a deplorable condition. We have declining enrollment faster than a speeding bullet. And so we're trying to do everything we can right now to turn that around. I'm also in process of an audit with JLAC to make sure that the monies allocated to the district are being used for the purposes in which they were received. And that audit is taking place as we speak. Hopefully this tool will help curb some of the problems that we see in returning services to the students where they belong. And then I will also be more than willing to provide you with an update regularly as to the condition of the district as we move forward.
I know the Senate Budget Committee will hear about the financials
Absolutely.
of that.
Absolutely.
What you want with the California Collaborative, this is a pretty new group of folks. I mean,
Yes.
They just constituted itself this year. They had their first meeting in February. You're putting a lot of hope into a new group itself.
Well, listen, considering the assistance that we've had in past, I'll take a falling star right now. But, this is just another tool, another measure that will be accessible to the school district to help save our district.
Okay, all right. I mean, I appreciate what you're trying to do.
Thank
and
you.
I know it's a very difficult situation.
Thank you, Senator.
Okay, any other questions, comments?
I'd
Senator-
move the bill.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's call the roll.
Thank you.
Do pass to appropriations. Lou?
Aye.
Lou, aye. Huff? Huff, aye. Block? Hancock?
Aye.
Hancock, aye. Leyva? Aye. Leyva, aye. Mendoza? Pan?
Aye.
Pan, aye. Vidak?
Aye.
Vidak, aye. 6.
6 votes. The bill is out. We'll keep the roll open for absent members.
Thank you, Senators.
Thank you very much. Senator Laura, you have item 9, SB 247. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair. And before I begin, there was a lot of discussion about SB 62 by Senator Pavley. Just promised to review that bill without any prejudice this year. Madam Chair and members, I would like to accept the amendments on page 2 of your analysis. SB 247 would authorize and encourage school districts, county offices of education, community college districts, the trustees of the California State University, and the regents of the University of California to establish on-campus dream centers to provide educational support services to California's undocumented students. While significant progress has been made, I've been working on this issue since I was a staffer in 2001 with AB 540. We still need to have additional support services to assist these students throughout our state. Most of these students require assistance to determine how to reach their higher education goals. A few universities have established dream centers whose mission is to help undocumented students succeed in college. These centers have assisted undocumented students to raise their GPAs, increase retention, and ultimately increase graduation rates. Education, as we all know, is the engine of our social and economic mobility. Providing the resources for all students of exceptional caliber, regardless of their citizenship status, to complete their higher education is critical to the success of our state. These young people contribute to the economic and social vitality of California. We cannot afford to waste one single talented person who can become a tremendous asset and hopefully be a California State Senator one day in our state. I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Okay, thank you. Those in support of the bill?
Hi, my name is Laura Galvez. Hi, I'm a second year studying at UC Davis. I'm representing the California Dream Network. It's a statewide coalition of more than 20 colleges across the state who help advocate for the undocumented community. We're a branch of CHIRLA. As part of the California Dream Network, we stand in support with SB 247, which will help retain higher rates of undocumented students in colleges by providing services very much needed. As an undocumented student at UC Davis, this bill touches home for me because I understand some of the needs related to the undocumented community. When applying at UC Davis, I was labeled as an international student. When I tried calling UC Davis for more advice and a number online provided on the University of California website, it took several days to get a representative on the phone to understand that I was an AB 540 student and had to fill out a separate application. I was left worried for several days about tuition and what being an international student would signify. It's already hard enough for undocumented students to get into colleges. So once you're in there and you're paying for this education and you're not getting the needs that you need, then it becomes even more harder to succeed and graduate within 4 years. This shouldn't happen to undocumented students simply wanting to pursue higher education and are paying for their education, which is a basic human right. It also shouldn't take several days to find a representative of a university on the phone to understand what the needs of the undocumented students compose of. For this and many other reasons, this bill is long overdue. It is long overdue because more and more undocumented students are applying into higher education and aren't given the needed resources to succeed. The state of California is responsible for making sure that a basic right of their residents are well taken care of, especially those rights of students who help build this nation.
Thank you.
Hi, good morning. My name is Miguel. I'm an AB 540 undocumented student attending UC Davis. I'm in favor of the SB 247 because having the AB 540 undocumented center at UC Davis has been a great benefit to me. In high school and while attending my community college and in my many attempts to attend a university, I had no support from staff, and they weren't aware of what an AB 540 student was. And the only information I was able to get from them was not helpful to me in achieving my goals. This led to me having to go through the process alone. Although I tried to seek help, there was no place or person that I could go to. Having the center on campus has changed all that. Having a safe space on campus has made me realize that a lot of people are willing to help and listen to my story, and that I'm not the only one who's gone through these struggles. The center has opened up a lot of opportunities and information about how to get internships and even study abroad. The center has also let me be able to come out as an AB 540 student and advocate for other undocumented students. And never before coming to Davis did I think that I would be here comfortable enough to say that I'm an undocumented student. When a year ago, my closest friends and my roommates had no idea that I was an AB 540 student.
Thank you. Yes.
Hi, my name is Claudia. I'm a DACA recipient and third-year student at UC Davis. I'm a current co-chair of SPEAK, which is a current AB 540 and undocumented student support group on campus. Having a center on our campus has allowed for undocumented students to have access to the adequate resources and tailored information necessary in order to succeed in higher education at UC Davis. I'm here to show strong support for SB 247 on behalf of our organization SPEAK and on behalf of myself. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Others in support?
Yes, hello. My name is Nilsen Gomez, and I am a DACA recipient, as well as a recent UC Davis alumni who majored in mechanical engineering. When I was in school, I found it really difficult for me to find resources around campus. However, I've been lucky enough to see the great impact that the center at UC Davis has created or brought to the community. However, there's still other campuses like Sac State who are in great need of these resources. So I strongly support SB 247.
Thank you.
Hi, hello. My name is Luis Corrales, and I'm here on behalf of the AB 540 support group, IDEAS from San Francisco State University, and I'm here to say that we strongly support SB 247.
Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Daniela de la Cruz, fourth-year Economics and Communication double major in the College of Letters and Science, and I would like to say that I support this bill. Centers like these on my campus send a very powerful message to the AB 540 and undocumented student population that yes, you are accepted, yes, you are supported in your pursuit of a higher education. When I stepped into the center, I totally felt very supported, and not only do we build a community that is united, but we also push each other towards greatness. Thank you so much, and I support this bill.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. My name is Jesus. I am a second-year political science and psychology double major in the University of California, Davis, and I'm here to support SB 247. As a student, I'm an AB 540 and undocumented student as well, and thankfully, through the AB 540 and Undocumented Student Center at UC Davis, it has enabled me to become like an honor student as well. So, and then I greatly want to emphasize that there's a great community impact where I see like parents and students, high school students, taking advantage of all these resources, especially like legal resources. So I greatly support this bill. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sean Guerra. I'm a fourth-year ally member of SPEAK, the Undocumented Student Support Group on campus, on the UC Davis campus. And I really support SB 247, especially after seeing the legwork and the amount of organizing that students had to do on their own to coordinate resources that I think the institution should already have aligned. So thank you.
Thank you. Yes,
Hello.
sir. Hi.
My name is Deep, and I come here to support this bill as an ally. And what I hope to see with the bill and with centers like we have at UC Davis, where I study, is I hope to see the state of California becoming an ally to so many students that we have who've been working hard and are trying to get a college degree and just do well in life and contribute to the workforce that we have. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Joseph Villela on behalf of the Coalition for Humane Immigrant Rights of Los Angeles in strong support. Thank you.
Thank you. Any others in support? Any opposition to the bill? Is she coming forward? I don't know if she's coming forward. No. Okay. Okay, any questions from members?
Senator Lou?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Senator Hancock.
Well, first of all, I think I'd like to move the bill as amended. I think it's a very good bill. I do want to just point out, though, that recently, some of the, I've become aware, at least, of the feeling of many African-American students at the University of California at Berkeley that they're isolated and don't have the supports they need to succeed. I think this is a very innovative model. Obviously, they've done it at Davis, and you're trying to encourage it to spread. So as the bill moves forward, just a thought, if there's a way of including other groups of students, obviously not undocumented, but who may be the first in their families to go to college, who may not have had a number of advantages, I think it would be good because it's a model that can be used in many ways, and it's a way of rising all boats together. So this is just a thought. I would also appreciate, Senator Laura, or from the students at Davis, more information on what their model looks like and how they got it going, because while we're encouraging, I can take that home to some of the students in my district.
That's great. Okay, any, Senator Huff?
Thank you, Madam Chair. The previous senator had an important question. If somebody shows up who's not undocumented and they seek assistance, will they be given assistance, or is it only undocumented? Okay.
Absolutely. The senators are open to everyone, I should say.
Okay.
And that has been the mission and the model. It even helps the students for them to interact with other students that are U.S. citizens, because they actually help with, increasing the fabric and the socio-economic fabric of the club. So they're absolutely open to everyone on campus.
I think as your testimony, some of your witnesses show, we do have these, and I think all but a few of the UC systems, and CSU can certainly do it now. This is not a mandate. It allows them to do something they can basically do now, but kind of emphasizes it.
You're absolutely right, Senator Huff. And what we also wanted to do is to encourage these centers earlier on in the educational process. This is why we're encouraging them to be in the K-12 system and in the community colleges, because we know that the earlier that the student feels that their services, if they're undocumented, the better they're able to not only navigate through high school, but through college and be able to, understand what the process is to get better grades. And so we don't see these as much at the high school level or even the junior high level, which we're beginning to see where kids are becoming to out themselves as undocumented as earlier as in junior high, to be able to know that there's these services available should the students want to create these programs under this law. They would be allowed to do so. We're not mandating them, of course.
My reading of the Ed Code, it currently says, governing board of any school district may initiate and carry on any program activity or may otherwise act in any manner which is not in conflict with or inconsistent with or preempted by any law and which is not in conflict with the purposes for which school districts are established. So there's nothing about establishing special counseling centers that's against the law, because we've certainly, ruled the otherwise. But anyway, notwithstanding that, I think it does draw attention to it, so I'll be supporting your bill.
Well, Senator Huff, I agree with you 100%. This is why when this first came to me, I said, well, why do we need to do this bill? But we're still seeing certain school board members in certain areas of the state that are interpreting their own immigration law and saying that they cannot create these centers. This is why I want to be very explicit, that these centers can be available and should be created if the students want to.
So if there's a center at Berkeley, to address Senator Hancock's concern, it's open to all students.
Absolutely, and I actually want to, Senator Hancock brings up a really good issue, which is another passion of mine, which is the academic preparation programs for first-generation students. Programs like EOPS, MESA, programs that are geared towards African American, Latino, first-generation students, which we continue to underfund in the state and are the first programs to be cut in the governor's budget or in the UC or trustee's budget. And so these programs are the reason why you see why you have them, I could tell you 80% of the Latino legislators and of the African-American legislators have been part of these programs. And if it wasn't for these programs, we wouldn't be here today. And this is why we need to continue to find a line item in our budget to fully fund these programs, because we know they work. And to the extent that we can model them and open them to all the students would be even greater for us to do. But these programs are essential. They provide counseling, they provide book grants, they provide additional sources of resources, especially for those first-generation students. But again, if students that are documented and want to be part of this program can actually be part of the center as well.
Okay, thank you. The bill has, any other comments, questions of the, and you, closing comment?
I respectfully ask for a vote.
Thank you. The bill has been moved. Please call the roll.
To pass as amended to appropriations, Lou?
Aye.
Lou, aye. Huff? Huff, aye. Block? Aye. Block, aye. Hancock?
Aye.
Aye. Hancock. Leyva? Mendoza? Pan?
Aye.
Aye. Pan. Vidak?
Aye.
Aye. Vidak.
Six votes, sufficient for passage. We'll keep the roll open for absent members.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members.
Thank you very much. Senator McGuire, you have item 5, SB 148. We're just clicking along, guys. Thank you. Thank you for a very fact-complete bill.
There we go.
Yeah, right. Okay, thank you, sir.
No, thank you so much, Madam Chair and distinguished members. It is an honor to be with all of you today. I just want to start by thanking the chairwoman and the committee for the opportunity to be able to present Senate Bill 148, which is the Career and Job Skills Education Act. And I also want to take a moment to recognize the chairwoman for her tireless work on career technology education. She truly has been a champion in the Senate and during her time in the State Assembly on CTE. So very grateful for your leadership, and thank you so much. Madam Chair, we will be accepting the committee's proposed amendments today as well. Investing in California's public schools, especially career technology and job skills in our public schools, is one of the best economic development tools we have. Career technical education is crucial for the success of California students and our state's rebounding economy. According to the 2010 U.S. Census, almost 70% of high school graduates in California will not go on to receive a four-year college degree. CTE has proven to lower high school dropout rates, and according to the Association for Career and Technical Education, 90% of students who are concentrating in CTE programs graduate high school. That's compared to an average freshman graduation rate of 75%. Moreover, 70% of high school CTE students go on to pursue higher education, including receiving a certificate at a community college, an AA degree, or higher shortly after high school. As we can all agree, I believe, students require career, technical, and job skill programs to ensure that they have the tools necessary to thrive in today's job market. And this bill that is in front of you today complements and enhances much of what the governor has proposed in his next fiscal year budget for CTE. As you know, the governor proposed allocating $250 million next fiscal year, sunsetting in 3 years for the Career Pathways Grant. While still shy of the state's historical investment in CTE, Senate Bill 148 would appropriate $600 million, an additional $350 million over the proposal of the governor, to a new metrics-driven CTE incentive grant program. Here's why this is critical. This year, we're currently at a crossroads, and CTE is on the edge of a fiscal cliff. Currently, the state of California spends $370 million on the maintenance of effort for regional occupation centers and programs, and $250 million from the Careers Pathway Grant, totaling $620 million. The $370 million in the maintenance of effort will be absorbed in the local control funding formula. And while I support the LCFF, and I think most of us all support the LCFF, according to the Legislative Analyst's Office, who surveyed school districts across the state, CTE programs are often the first to be cut by districts. Currently, there is a disincentive for districts to fund CTE because they're not part of the high school graduation requirement, so districts tend to invest in other educational priorities. Partnership academies, which typically serve the neediest students in our schools, are the first to be on the chopping block. And we know that quality CTE programs based on student outcomes work, which is why we need this investment. The Career and Job Skills Education Act closely resembles the CTE Incentive Matching Grant Program outlined in the governor's 15-16 budget proposal. And 148 will ensure funds are directly invested in CTE while respecting the local control funding formula. Specifically, 148 will honor the premise of the LCFF by offering incentive funds only to those districts that choose to apply, mirroring the governor's initiative in Sunset. 2, it mandates rigorous performance standards and accountability measures based on student outcomes. It collects comprehensive data on local and statewide level, streamlines and minimizes the administrative burden for school districts, aligning the state with the federal Perkins grant, $140 million coming to California every year, and it streamlines the reporting requirement. We're going down to 2 lengthy, robust applications down to 1 for both programs. It establishes a dollar-for-dollar matching grant program to ensure local commitment and locals have financial skin in the game. It helps establish partnerships with employers to create tangible pathways to careers, and it helps those most in need in rural and urban disadvantaged communities by setting aside 2% or $15 million a year in additional funding for rural school districts, which is important, because right now, if you live in Mono, Modoc, Humboldt, Trinity, you name the rural county, you're unable to apply for the Career Pathways Grant because you're unable to work with the neighboring Office of Education. This now has $15 million for disadvantaged rural and urban districts with higher than average rates of high school dropouts. Support for rigorous performance-based CTE programs cuts across party lines, and I want to thank Senator Leyva for being a joint author. Very grateful. Would like to thank Minority Leader Huff for being a principal co-author, Senator Mendoza and Senator Vidak for being co-authors, along with many other senators and assembly members. Finally, Madam Chair, SB 148 also has a broad coalition of support of the California Labor Federation, the California Chamber of Commerce, California School Board Association, State Building and Construction Trades Council, California Farm Bureau Federation, California Federation of Teachers, California Manufacturers and Technology Association, California School Employees Association, and many more.
They're all lined up.
Hey, there we go. Absolutely. And I apologize about that. To hear testimony today, Madam Chair, through your seat there, we do have Nicole Rice from the California Manufacturers and Technology Association. We have Jeremy Smith from the State Building Trades Council, as well as Kendra Harris from the California Federation of Teachers. And thank you very much, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much. You do have support on both sides. So quickly, thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the committee. My name is Jeremy Smith. I'm here on behalf of the State Building and Construction Trades Council. We are thankful also to the hard work of the staff in Mr. McGuire's office and this committee for on this bill. Like most bills in March, we do think it's a work in progress still, but we're happy to be here to support. We believe it brings order and direction to the CTE funding system in this state. The average age of an apprentice when he or she reaches our apprenticeship programs is 28. From 18 to 28, these kids that who all they want to do is work with their hands and have a career in the trades are drifting. They're drifting to college and getting a degree that isn't going to lead to a good paying job to pay off their student debts. They're drifting to college and dropping out, or they're working dead-end jobs. This bill will help give kids a taste of working with their hands in a CTE course in high school, and hopefully begin them on an earlier path into our apprenticeship programs. Apprenticeship is free. There's no college debt when you're done. You're earning a skill you can take anywhere. You're getting paid while you learn, and when you become a journey person, you're making a very good middle-class livelihood We believe this bill creates a more robust and orderly CT system in the state, and it gets those kids on a direction that they want to go on earlier than they get there. For those reasons, we're happy to support.
Thank you very much.
Madam Chair and members, Nicole Rice, California Manufacturers and Technology Association. We too are here in support of SB 148. And as the previous speaker stated, we do realize also that the bill is still a work in progress, so we're happy to be a part of those discussions going forward. Just want to say, I need not remind the committee that at the end of this fiscal year, a large portion of the career tech education dollars are set to expire. And for an industry that has a need for stable and robust pipeline of high-skilled workers, not only for our current needs, but for our future needs, the establishment of a delivery system for career tech education that is robust, that produces high quality and industry-relevant skills is extremely important. And for those reasons, we support the bill. I also just want to indicate that it's important for industry and the education community to work together, and we're willing as industry to come to the table and do that. And it's not just for what we can provide for the work-based learning opportunities, like internships or facility tours, or even for the funding opportunities, but it's also for us to come together as true partners and sit down and develop curriculum and credentials and such that will actually ensure that students are getting the skills that they need to be able to compete for the jobs that are important and critical to California's economy, including advanced manufacturing jobs. So for all those reasons, we're very excited to be a part of this process, and we thank the committee for their indulgence, and we support the bill.
Thank you.
Madam Chair, members, Kendra Harris with the California Federation of Teachers. We're pleased to support SB 148. We believe that career technical education must be adequately funded to ensure that students who enroll in these programs are prepared to enter the workforce. Career preparation, we believe, begins in high school. If we are serious about preparing our students for careers, then we must continue funding for these important programs, and we ask for your aye vote.
Thank you.
Madam Chair and members, Pat Whalen, Ellison Wilson Advocacy here on behalf of the Southern California Regional Occupational Center. I want to thank the author and staff for bringing the bill and for agreeing to amend the bill to allow entities like SoCal Rock to apply for this good program, and urge your support.
Thank you.
Ernie Silva for SciTech. We're a dropout recovery high school focused on career tech, and we appreciate the amendments and encourage your support.
Thank you.
Donna Archukovich, California State PTA. We're in strong support of this bill, and we urge its passage. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Mira Morton, here on behalf of the California Chamber of Commerce, also pleased to support. Thank you.
Thank you.
Fred Jones on behalf of two clients, California Business Education Association and the Professional Beauty Federation, California, in strong support.
Good.
Jim Ashwan, representing the California Agricultural Teachers Association, in support.
Great.
Erica Hoffman on behalf of the California School Boards Association. As amended, we are very strongly in support and appreciate your aye vote.
Yolanda Benson, representing Calpine Corporation. As a power company, we're very interested in this, in a workforce that's prepared at an early age. And also for the California Asian Pacific Chamber of Commerce, representing over 600,000 API businesses in California, in support.
Jerry Shelton on behalf of the California Association of Regional Occupational Centers and Programs. Thank you to the chair and staff for the well-crafted committee amendments, and with those we are in strong support of the bill.
Thank you.
Tanya Robinson Taylor on behalf of the California Hospital Association, in support.
Thank you.
Tristan Brown on behalf of the California School Employees Association, in support. Thank you.
Thank you.
Andrea Fox on behalf of the California Farm Bureau Federation, and we're in support.
Great. Thank you.
Samantha Tran with Children Now. We currently don't have a position on the bill, but I've been talking with the author's office and look forward to engaging in it given the critical issue around career technical education, and just mindful of issues around quality and student outcome accountability for the benefit of all kids, and especially low-income kids who have historically, there's history of tracking into low quality programs. So looking forward to working with the author and other stakeholders and really looking at quality issues. Thank you.
Thank you.
Michael Young on behalf of the California Labor Federation, also here in strong support.
Thanks.
Madam Chair, members, Chris Walker on behalf of the California Association of Sheet Metal Air Conditioning Contractors, representing 600 contractors statewide, strong support of this bill.
Thank you. Okay. Any others in support? Any opposition? Seeing none, and you have bipartisan support, is there any questions or comments from members? Senator Leyva and then Senator Pan.
I just want to thank Senator McGuire for bringing this forward and also for allowing me to be a joint author. This is an issue, career technical education, that I have not met anyone who does not support this issue. Not everyone's meant to go to a four-year college. Everyone has a different skill set, and however we can make sure our youth are prepared for the future is what we should do. And also in talking to different manufacturers, California Steel in particular, manufacturers are worried about their employees who are aging out, who are retiring, and not having a backfill. So there's no downside to this bill. Thank you, Senator McGuire.
Thank you. Senator Pan.
I just want to move the bill.
Oh, okay. Well, Senator McGuire, really appreciate the work that you have done in this area, and appreciate you taking all the streamlining of the amendments, and hopefully we've covered everything that you're concerned about, and we too are in support of the bill. So everybody's a happy camper. Let's call the roll.
Do pass as amended to appropriations. Lou?
Aye.
Lou, aye. Huff? Huff, aye. Block? Block, aye. Hancock? Aye. Hancock. Leyva? Aye. Leyva. Mendoza? Pan?
Aye.
Aye. Pan. Vidak?
Aye.
Aye. Vidak.
7-0, and we will keep the roll, the bill is out, we'll keep the roll open for absent members.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much. Okay, so, members, we have two more bills. You have to sit through mine.